Show.
All right. So Jared from Robot Heartthrob, how you doing, man?
I'm great. Thank you guys so much for having me. I think it's really cool that you've been doing this for so long, and it's awesome. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
We've been doing this actually since 2013, and then we took a little hiatus, and then we came back. Our biggest thing is to get bands. You hear a lot of popular music today, and then when I started this, there was no, you can't hear any other bands. Everyone says, why isn't there another band? Why don't we have more music? And then that's what I'm trying to spotlight here.
That's awesome. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that you guys have that you focus on unsigned and up and coming bands and stuff, because I agree there's a huge need for that. And yeah, also people that know where to find music. So it's really cool that you do this.
It gets harder and harder to find today, which is crazy because the internet makes everything so accessible, but it's harder to find music today.
Yeah. So, man, you're from Chicago, right?
Yeah, I went to I grew up just north of the city. I went to the Ferris Bueller's Day Off High School, so that's kind of where I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You guys are as well, right?
We are from Chicago. Yeah, we're from the south suburbs.
Cool. I might need to move to a room with better Wi-Fi. It seems like it's getting a little bit rickety.
You're fine.
Do you mind if I?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hopefully that made things better.
Yeah, and these degrees are not mine. They don't give those out for albums. But
whose degrees are those?
I'm staying with a friend in Urbana-Champaign, and it's her roommates. They're
okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, very nice, man.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks.
They're not clear enough to read, so we're good.
Yeah.
So we played your song on our episode before, and it was really cool. I did want to ask you, one of the songs that you had on there, I believe it was Calculate My Ass.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Because there's a lot, it seems like it's against or for teachers or schools and stuff like this. And I kind of have a long history with that. So where did that come from?
Yeah. Well, to preface it, I will say that I teach private music lessons. I teach private saxophone and Irish tin whistle lessons. So I do have a lot of respect for the craft and the art of teaching and the importance of teachers. First off, but how when you grow up, you realize things that adults did that you kind of just took for granted, and you realize, wow, that was really shitty.
Yes.
And this was an example of that. And I just was feeling a lot of anger and frustration about being, having enough space from school now that I'm safe to think about how messed up it was. So yeah, I had a teacher who, it's mentioned in the song, but who at the end of the year sent his favorite students a little gift in the mail, and only sent it to 5 of the students who got the best grades. And as a teacher now, I know that has no actual productive value whatsoever. It's just a weird game, So it's just wanted to get that out.
Yeah. No, I did like it when I was in grade school. I had a little thing, with the teachers, and the teachers weren't very supportive for their students, and
you almost didn't graduate.
I almost didn't graduate.
8th grade, was it?
It was 8th grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was actually on the news and shit, and they said my full name, and it was insane. So,
and you have to think about it, as an 8th grader at that age, that's pretty detrimental to your life.
Right. So then, go ahead.
I'm so curious what happened.
Yeah. So,
well, knowing him personally, I completely understand what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there were things that, as any student at that age would do, just didn't put your all in it, because a lot of the stuff didn't interest me. But, we were trying to get help for me. My parents were. and they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to give us any help. They didn't want us do anything. So
Yeah, the school wasn't helping at
correct,
all.
yeah.
It's messed up.
And I was on my parents went to the school board and said, what are we going to help him? Like, what are we doing? Like, and they just said no, and he's not going to graduate. And so it was a big thing. And then
Wow.
I was able to graduate, and they put me on the news. Like, the news was there
Wow.
trying to interview me. And yeah, I was in 8th grade. So, and then I heard this song, and I was like, fuck yeah. Someone fucking gets it.
How yeah, it's weird because a lot of the crazy stuff that I did back then in school to kind of like rebel against how unpleasant the experience was, I actually totally forgive myself for that. You know what I mean? At the time, I was like, oh, I'm such a villain. But it's like, I remember in gym class, we'd be walking through the halls and I'd just drag a garbage can and deposit it in some random other part of the school. It's good stuff. And now that I teach it, like the cafeteria looks like a prison show, like it looks like a prison cafeteria. Like, so yeah, that stinks. So I guess we share that school trauma shit.
Yeah, for sure. No,
yeah.
I heard that song and I was like, damn, man. All right. So you play saxophone, right?
Yeah. So in the band, I play guitar and I sing, and then I put in some saxophone, clarinet, and Irish tin whistle and flute solos into it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, every time, and I was telling Matt here, I was like, every time I hear that saxophone, it's really, really cool. It like brings the whole song together.
Thank you so much.
How long have you been playing for?
I've been playing saxophone since I was 7, so 21 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of feels like my voice, like an extension of my voice. So it's been fun to figure out how to bring that into the other music I love. So
yeah. And Matt, you're a big fan of Magic, right?
Yeah, the song Magic I actually enjoyed quite a bit. When you sent it to us, we listened to it.
Thank you so much.
It's just kind of like, I don't know, it's a little different than your other songs. It's a little bit slower, a little bit more like,
melancholy,
heart touching kind of thing. It's a little different. So I loved it. It was great.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, we always play that one at the end of our shows, the second to last song, and we get the audience to all sing, "All I know is that you help me," and it's just like, it's very heartwarming every time.
You guys have any shows coming up?
Yeah, so we just had a big show at Bottom Lounge, which was really cool.
Nice.
Opening for the Kevin Singleton. I don't know if you know Kevin, but he's like
I don't know Kevin Singleton.
He's got a band called Night Space. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but the next show I've got coming up, I'm doing a solo show, is at Brothers. It's this new place, and it's on 10/20.
Okay,
October 20th. Yeah,
we should check that out.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
No,
we're in the neighborhood technically, so
just on the south side of that neighborhood. But yeah, no, we were in a band for a while, and then we kind of ventured out, and then we played Bottom Lounge, and then I think it was. Do you remember Betty's Blue Star Lounge at all?
No.
So that was like in the Chicago area, I think, kind of by Bottom Lounge, but we opened up for Scott Lucas of Local H. So that was cool. That was a cool thing. But yeah, no, it's definitely fun being in a band. And I'm assuming that you write all your songs and all that, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I think that's also really cool that you guys come from a musical background, because it's a whole different perspective on like the hustle and the grind of being a up and coming artist.
Oh yeah. No, it's a lot of work when you're an up and coming artist.
It's crazy. Yeah.
A lot of shit.
A lot of those venues want to hear covers. They want to hear 80s rock, and we wrote our own shit.
Yeah.
It was just like, all right, so how do we get? And a lot of those venues were like, well, how many people can you bring? How many? Like, that's not what it's about. Like, we write our own shit, so people probably don't know our shit, but it's good shit. I'm promising you. Like, so
right.
Yeah, it is the hustle. So how old are you guys around?
So we've actually been around for 13 months.
Okay.
So really
not very long. Okay.
Not very long. Yeah. But my background is jazz. Like I played at the Jazz Showcase a bunch, so like I've had a whole kind of music career before this in a way. So
Yeah.
that's another weird thing. I don't know if you can relate to that, but like when you start your own project, in some ways, to everyone else, they think you're just starting. This is the first thing you've ever done.
Right,
But,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
And there's so much other shit that
There's so much other shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're from a jazz background. Are you influenced by any other jazz musicians or?
Yeah. Well, in terms of like jazz, I don't know if you know these names, but like Coleman Hawkins, the sax player,
Yep.
John Coltrane. I'll just
John
put that
Coltrane,
out there.
yes,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Miles Davis is one of my actually I named one of my kids after Miles Davis.
No way. Miles,
Yeah.
is it?
Miles, yep, that's it.
I gotta
Miles. And then John Lennon is one of my biggest influences, and my other son's named is Lennon.
Oh my gosh.
Miles
It's
and
amazing.
Lennon. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So, there's
Yeah.
a lot of, the thing is I listen to everything, and that's what's cool about like, even the
Yeah.
podcast, we're gonna play
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah, we play a little bit
I
of
love
we
it.
play electronic music and rap and hip hop, everything. So
you know what I love so much about that also, first of all, I think that's super just shows how open-minded you guys are, which I really appreciate. But then also it's weird because Robot Hardtop kind of doesn't fit into a genre, right? So I got these like 20 playlists wrote me back saying they love the music, like literally they're effusive, but they can't put it on their playlist because they don't know what genre it is, which I think is a really silly thing.
Right.
It's, then start a playlist for the stuff that doesn't fit, maybe. I don't know.
And there is like
yeah.
when we were actually just listening to your music while we were kind of setting shit up, and you guys do go from there's a wide range of it. So, but
because there's a little bit of like almost electronic music in the background sometimes. There's obviously jazzy stuff going on, and it's just you guys have a very wide range of like a genre, so it's hard to pinpoint it. But it's still very enjoyable. I mean, it should be able to fit into other playlists somewhere.
Yeah.
So you got the Robot Heartthrobs, and do you guys? So is there like you have that album out now? Like, are you still writing music, or is this
100%? Yeah, right now. I'm trying to write 2 to 3 solo songs a week. Because I would like to release a solo EP by the time we play at Sleeping Village in December. Yeah, so I'm just like, I figure for every 10 songs I write, there's one song that's like a keeper. So I'm just trying to like keep writing songs.
Yeah, right.
So yes, yeah. The answer is yeah.
No,
yeah.
It's
great to hear. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
This new album now. So do you have something in your mind that you kind of think of when you write? Is there like, all right, I'm going to write this song about this, or is it like, I'm going to write this EP about this, or is it just like, it just kind of comes to you?
Yeah, I think I try to start with an emotion, and then just because I come from a jazz background, I really like to improvise. So I try to just improvise things from that kind of headspace and just kind of keep bringing myself back into that emotional environment, and just keep improvising and then piece together all these different improvisations, refine them and stuff like that. But yeah, I start off with like a feeling, like the Magic, that song about friendship. I was like sitting outside of Trader Joe's and it was like a really hard time, and then I was just hit with how happy I was to have good friendship, and then just started hearing this melody that was expressing, I don't know if everyone has a similar songwriting experience. I don't know. I'm curious what yours is.
I think I do have the same
similar
thing.
Yeah.
I used to write shit on like, like if I'm going to restaurants or something like that, or doing something like, I'll write it on a napkin, and I'll be like, well, back then I used to write it on a napkin. Now I'll just write it on my phone because I still write, little shit. But like, I'll think of something. I'm like, all right, well, that's a great idea. I'm gonna write that down. And so yeah, it's the same thing. Although my shit that I write is all depressing.
It's very depressing. Makes you want to slice your wrist sometimes.
Right. I still play, at bars, and play a lot of covers and shit, and I'll still play, but it's still fun to do. So I think it's, the music, my biggest thing has always been music in my whole life. And I think that's why, writing came about and this came about. It's great to talk to other people and say like exactly what they're doing and like how they're writing. So yeah, man, it's great.
I agree. Like I agree. And it makes it less alienating, right? Because like the arts can be such like a solitary, like
Right.
I'm spending like 6 hours a day alone. Like I like it, but it's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
it's not, I enjoy talking about this as well. So I'm glad that you guys are doing it. Seriously. Like it's great. So I appreciate you having me on. I can't say that
Oh
enough.
yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Oh, yeah, being in a band ourselves in the past, like we know how hard it is to get your songs out there and get your name out there and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like, this is pretty much what the show is about. Is this podcast is to
Yeah.
showcase those bands and stuff, give them an outlet to get their name out there. That's what this whole thing's about. So that's why we love doing it.
Oh yeah.
So when you're playing
Yeah.
live, so how do you feel like when you're playing live? Because I remember when I used to play live.
Yeah.
I used to get nervous as shit.
You used to get nervous.
Always.
Shit,
Oh
yeah.
my God, so badly. I was just a bassist. I didn't sing or anything. I just played bass, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was great, but I got so nervous in front of a crowd all the time.
It just never went away. Yeah.
No, never went
I'm sorry.
away. Yeah, no, you're good. No, it never went away from me. So.
Yeah, it never went away. I always thought, like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna give all my feelings are going to be towards this crowd. Doesn't matter if there's 2 people here or if there's the fucking
50 or 60.
Yeah, I don't think
or
we never had that many people.
No, we've had 300 people.
Have we?
Yes,
Oh.
at George's house in his backyard.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
That gets shut down.
No, the
Cops
cops came and tried to shut it down. The only thing they shut down is they told us that all the underage people can't drink anymore.
Yeah. Which was probably us at that time.
No, there was a lot of people in the crowd that were underage, and when we announced it, everyone just kind of chugged what they had and then threw it in the trash can.
Oh yeah. So the show that you're doing, what was it, October
20th. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So where is this at? Is this on the north side or?
Yeah, it's in Irving Park. It's actually my first time playing there at this place. So yeah.
And that's what day is that? That's a Friday?
It's Friday or Saturday night.
Let me see.
October 20th. Yeah, it's a Friday night. You're right. Yeah.
Friday night. Okay.
Friday night,
Okay. Yeah, but we gotta write that down. You need to go to that.
Type it out.
Oh yeah.
You got the computer in front of you, type it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but what you're saying about like getting nervous for a show, I feel like I'm similar to you, Chris. Like I just try to like ADHD it all out at the audience in a way.
Yeah, right. You gotta kind of tune everything away. And it's like you gotta tune everything away, and it's just like, all right, I might look like a dumbass right now. And that's how I always thought, like, because I would be flailing my arms and like doing this weird shit. And it's like, I probably look like a dumbass, but you know what? I don't give a flying fuck. Like, these are my emotions. These are my lyrics. And here it is. You know?
I have this new thing I do where 2 nights ago, we played at Fulton Street Collective, which is a jazz venue. And this was the most nervous I've been for a show we've done. Like, you know, we've played in front of like at Shuba's in front of big audiences and stuff. And there were literally 8 people there. And this was the most nervous I've been because it feels like there's rules, right? Because it's like, oh, this is a jazz venue. So that means there's rules now which is really, it's all in my own head. Nobody was telling me any of that. But I had this line in my head where if I started to feel constricted, I was going to say, if you guys don't think this is jazzy enough, you can suck my grandpa's testicle. So I'd rather just be so ridiculous that, like, yes, I am being ridiculous, and I know it.
Well, jazz don't have rules.
Yeah,
it's the whole point of jazz.
There's no rules in jazz. You just fucking do it. You know. Hey, we're gonna take a shot here. This is what we do with guests here, but we got some Jim Beam here. So hey, man, cheers.
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 Oh God. So you had a question that you said that you typed out.
Oh, he already answered it.
Oh, did he?
We don't need to ask it. Yeah, I was going to ask if you're actually a teacher, but you said you were a teacher.
I am. Yep.
I pulled that from the song "Calculate My Ass." Because you mentioned in the song that you were a teacher, and I was like, I wonder if he's actually a teacher or not, if it's just part of the song. But you said you were a teacher, so yeah.
Totally. Yeah. I run into some trouble with that, with the heart on your sleeve lyrics, where it's like I'm going to be really real about things because you know what I mean. Like saying you sold your dad's pain medication in high school. Do you want people to hear that?
Probably not, but whatever. It's in the past, whatever.
Right. Statute of limitations, is that what?
I don't know what the actual statute of limitations is, but yeah, whatever. It's a song. Just play it off. It's a song. It's fine.
So how many people are in the band?
Right. There's a core membership of 4 people. And we have a cellist come in and pizzazz it up for special occasions.
Okay. Cool. You have a cellist?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. Don't ask why. I feel like string
doesn't matter.
I think strings can add some drama to, like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So they can make things feel more intense for sure.
Right. Yeah. Epic, right? Like.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, we got to go see you. That's on a Friday night. We usually record on Friday nights, but we'll have to have a.
Maybe we'll do a live podcast at the show.
Oh, there you go.
Holy crap! That would be so fun. Honestly, like we like doing, like, we had somebody skateboard at one of our shows once. Like, we like doing things that our community of fans like, things like that, like interesting scenarios. So I think you guys would find a lot of eager people there, I guess.
Yeah. No, I have a little microphone that we bring out, to like interview bands that, like, on the go. So it's not quite the setup that we have, but
we can always do the Podbean Live thing too.
The Podbean Live, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, we could do that.
Because you could do it on a phone now.
Can you?
Yeah. Oh. They advertise you can do it on a phone now. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a live podcast there.
Oh yeah. Look at you sweating. Matt's a sweater.
I'm not sweating as bad as I was last time.
So usually we do an intro, like, if we're doing interviews and stuff like that, and we'd like to get whoever we're interviewing to kind of say an intro for our radio or podcast show, radio show.
Yeah.
So if you're able to do it, that'd be awesome, man.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, you just say, we are the Robot Heartthrob, and this is the Chris Court Show, and it's brought to you by, and that's it.
You could always say, like, I am, Jared from Robot Heartthrob or whatever, but yeah, just kind of take it there. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I am Jared from Robot Heartthrob. Excitedly here on the Chris Court Show. You are listening to. Was that
awesome.
It?
Yeah,
that was
awesome. Okay. I know it's fucking awkward. I know.
I was like, shit, my instrument's downstairs. I could have made like a jingle real quick.
Dude, whenever shit comes to, like, if people tell me to do something and it's like, yeah, can you say this? Can you? And it could be like one fucking word. I'll fuck it up. I'll be like, all right, yes.
Yeah, we'll give you like 3 or 4 words, and it's like, what they just
was the word? Testicles, okay? Testicles. I don't fucking know.
Fuck.
We are going to ask you to do one more thing. I think when we play this interview on our podcast, we might actually show the song Magic.
Okay.
If you want to introduce the song, you can.
Sure. Yeah. So my name is Jared from Robot Heartthrob. The song you're about to hear is called Magic, and it was written during a tough time when close friendship was the only reason I was not drowning. So when you listen to it, you can think about your close friends, and if you don't have any close friends at the moment, you can imagine how good that's going to feel when you find those people.
Perfect.
Awesome, man.
That's awesome.
I like it.
Thanks.
Well, hey, man, thanks again for doing this interview with us. This has been awesome. It's been fun. Anything to plug or anything to promote or anything before we go?
Let's see. Well, I saw in one. First of all, sorry that your cat died.
Thank
you.
You saw yesterday's episode. Okay.
Yeah, no, my kid actually, Miles actually, he's been really bad. He's been crying on and off all day. So it's been rough for him. But I appreciate that.
That sucks.
Thank you.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Another plug. This isn't me, but I went to. This feels like a very Chicago podcast. It just does for me. I don't know.
100% is.
It definitely is.
So I have to plug. This is not me. But I went and got a hot dog, a Chicago hot dog, and I actually teared up because it was so good. And it's called Franny's Beef and Catering. It's a tiny place. It's like grandpa and like son owned, like
Okay.
Italian immigrant. Like it's just so. But anyway,
Where's
yeah.
that at?
it's in Schiller Park, so like northwest
Okay.
area. Yeah,
Okay. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. But in terms of robot heartthrob plugs, yes. We would be so grateful if you checked out our new album. It's on all streaming services. We would love for you to follow us on Instagram. We have a show coming up 10/20 at Brothers, and also we have 20 robot heartthrob shirts left, and then they're all gone. Like 40 of them have already been sold. They're really cool shirts. So yeah, hit me up if you want one.
Awesome. Well, hey,
Awesome.
keep two because me and Matt want one. So we're
Yep.
gonna
Oh hell yeah!
we'll buy one from you guys when when we go to the show there. So
Well, what sizes? Unless
oh shit.
Triple X for me.
Damn.
crop top, you could do a crop top.
Crop top?
like,
Yeah, I can do a crop top.
Show those nipples. Let me see what you got.
He knows exactly what this show's about. See that?
Pics coming later on OnlyFans. Matt crop top photos exclusive.
They still haven't approved our account.
No, they didn't. We were trying to bleach our assholes and trying to get it. But they won't let us do it.
They said they're confused by our logo.
I don't know why, we're just trying to fucking but yeah, awesome, man. Well, hey, thanks a lot, Jared. And yeah, if you want to listen to them, they are on all streaming platforms. Go and check their shit out. October 20th. And where's
October
that at
20th.
again?
It's at Brothers, BRUDDERS in Irving Park. Free.
Brothers.
Free.
Oh,
Free. It's a free show.
Free.
Oh,
Actually,
shit.
it might be $10. Let me check that. Let me check that.
It might be $10, everybody.
Shit.
All right. Well, awesome,
right.
man. Hey, thanks a lot again.
Yeah, thank you, Chris and Matt. I'll see you soon, hopefully.
All right. Take
Yep,
care, buddy.
Take care.
Bye, everyone. See ya.
Bye.